everyone, Kai here. How are you? Happy March, happy Women's History Month. It's also my birthday month. And so tons to celebrate. I wanted to do another book check-in with you just to share with you my last read, what I'm currently reading, and what I want to read. So let's get into it. So my last read, no surprise here, it was dun, 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 A Love Song for Ricki Wilde by Tia Williams. Woo! Tia Williams has become one of my favorite authors. The last book she wrote, 7 Days in June, y'all, I could not read another book after that book for months because I was processing how good it was. It's one of my favorite books. And so I have been anxiously anticipating the release of A Love Song for Ricki Wilde. And it did not disappoint. I really enjoyed this book. It was just such a cute, fun, adventurous, romantic, beautiful, historical read. It had all of those elements in it. So I'll quickly share what it's about, and then just know I am going to share a full review of this book in an upcoming video. So A Love Song for Ricki Wilde, it centers on the main character, Ricki Wilde. Ricki Wilde is just this 28-year-old, ambitious, charming, quirky, but extreme visionary of a young woman who has the dream and the goal to open up a floral shop. And she comes from a very well-off family, but she doesn't necessarily have the support of the family. She is kind of the oddball. To be quite honest, her family thinks she's a bit of a train wreck. And so she has to embark on chasing after this dream on her own. And so we, as the readers, we follow her to Harlem. We meet some of the new amazing, I want to say surrogate family. I want to say her chosen family that she now chooses to be a part of her life. Miss Della, Tuesday, these really amazing, well-crafted characters. And we go on a journey with her as she, one, opens up this floral shop, but two, finds the most enchanting love. And all of this goes down in an enchanting garden in Harlem. She meets someone named Ezra. He is super mysterious, and the whole book just unfolds around Ezra, Ricki, and all of the characters that come into their life who may or may not be connected to this love story. The book is very powerful in that it's between two time periods. So we're in the Harlem Renaissance. We're also in the present day, 2023, 2024. And what's also really interesting is that leap years is a part of this story. And I love that because we're in a leap year right now. I kind of have this weird sentiment around leap years as well. And so I was really excited to see Tia Williams kind of touch on it and address it in her own charismatic way. So what I am currently reading. I am currently reading Toxic Positivity by Whitney Goodman. I know, the title alone is what captured me. Toxic positivity, what does that mean? It kind of seems like oxymorons. It kind of seems, like they're two words that shouldn't be in the same sentence together, but it is. And what drew me to this book is because I was interested in what the author may or may not say. I'm only 40 pages in, but what the author may or may not say about workplace toxic positivity. But what I'm finding in this book as I go through it is that the author is navigating, initially at least, toxic positivity in our daily lives. So let me give you an example. You know, if a friend comes to you or a family member comes to you and they have a concern and they're really sad about it, or they're really trying to navigate their emotions about it, in our effort to comfort them, we may say, that's not that bad. Or we may say, you know, it could be worse. You could be in a worse situation. At least you're not X, Y, and Z. There's always someone who's dealing with something way more worse than you. What I'm learning from reading this book is that could be considered toxic positivity. One more example I'll share is like those memes, like good vibes only, or those sayings. Basically, when we push someone to constantly need to feel positive or good or happy, we are denying individuals from the myriad of emotions that they can have, some good, some not so good. And it's okay to not be okay. And so I think the book is trying to make the reader realize the nuances, the multifacetedness of all individuals, and how we can navigate through complex emotions when we're not so optimistic and we're not, happy. And so I so far so good. The book that I want to read, so my to be read, is called Wildflower. It's a memoir by Aurora James. Aurora James is the founder of Brother Vellies and the founder of the 15% Pledge. So Wildflower is the memoir name, and that alone is just really wanting me to read this book. So I want to share with y'all context. As I said, March is my birthday month. And so for my birthday this year, I really was leaning into the theme of bloom season, that I would like to tap into my bloom season, right? I love flowers, but the flowers are symbolic of, just really tapping into a space where I'm living. For me, I'm loving myself. I'm doing things that I want to do. I'm doing the things that I love. I'm building community. I am tapping into my identity in God. I am just doing so many things that will make me, one, more authentic to me, because I felt like I've been through so much that I kind of lost myself in grief, and I've lost myself in the craziness of the pandemic. I am discovering who I am today. And so the Wildflower memoir is something that I want to read. Aurora James is someone that I have been following on Instagram for many, many years. And I initially followed her because I thought she was this fabulous, fabulous fashionista. But since then, I've watched as she's evolved her mission to the 15% Pledge. And, as a DEI practitioner myself, I really, really appreciate what she's doing. Representation matters. And I think she's really at the forefront, ensuring that Black-owned businesses, diverse businesses, they receive the same representation that others do. I don't really know her whole story, so I'm really interested in reading more about it and seeing what wildflower blooming means to her. So that's it, y'all. That is my book check-in. What are y'all reading? How are y'all doing? Let me know in the comments, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.